Hello and welcome. You're watching India Today, and on your screens are the beautiful images, that scenic location in Kanyakumari where Prime Minister Modi is currently on his meditation, 45-hour-long meditation, or Dhyanam as they call it here in Tamil Nadu. It's at that beautiful location set among the beach here in Kanyakumari that the Prime Minister is currently seated in a small meditation room, going ahead and chanting slogans with his prayer beads in his hand, and all that he has at his side is the Om symbol and the statue of Swami Vivekananda. I'm Akshita Nantagopal. Over the next 30 minutes, I'll be getting you all of the updates on the Prime Minister's Kanyakumari visit, his 45-hour Dhyanam, and also the political reactions pouring in. But first, take in the beautiful sights and sounds of Kanyakumari. You can see behind me the iconic Thiruvalluvar statue as well as the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. And we're keeping our cameras focused here because that point 300 meters away from me is where Prime Minister Modi currently is. He came out early this morning for about 30 minutes, locals tell me, clad in all saffron, and let's put those pictures on your screens as well. Clad in all saffron, the Prime Minister was seen stepping out of the memorial to take in the beautiful images that I'm sure he has. I'm sure the pictures from there are absolutely breathtaking, because all around 360 degrees around that small piece of land is nothing but the sea. And this is where you have the convergence of three oceans. The Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean come together here. I don't know if you can see it in the colors, but for me and anyone who visits Kanyakumari, you can clearly see it in the waters. There are three different colors, and you can only imagine how mesmerizing that must be, seated there in the middle of the ocean. And early in the morning, the Prime Minister had this spectacular view from where he performed the Surya Namaskar, where he was also seen offering a small prayer. Many people who come here consider it auspicious to also offer prayer to the seas, because like I said, at the southernmost tip of the country, this is where the three oceans meet. So it's considered to be extremely blessed to come here and to be able to pray to these beautiful waters. And as we get to these images, the Prime Minister this morning was seen going all around, taking essentially a 360 tour of this beautiful location, chanting his mantras, walking through, taking in the beautiful sight of the tall Thiruvalluvar statue that stands imposingly here on the coastline of Kanyakumari. This small coastal town, known of course for its tourism, but definitely can do a whole lot better, is now thrust in the national spotlight courtesy the Prime Minister's visit. None of us, of course, are allowed there, and there have been quite a few restrictions really on tourists as well till yesterday. But with the Prime Minister there now, I'm sure you can see some activity of people around. Tourists are being allowed onto the Rock Memorial, but there are restrictions on really videography. They're not allowed to carry their cameras, their phones with them, so they're leaving their phones behind just to take in the breathtaking sight of the Rock Memorial. And they've done this to ensure that people aren't inconvenienced in any manner. There's huge security, of course, around this entire area, all around the Rock Memorial. I see boats stationed to ensure adequate security for the Prime Minister. As part of his 45-hour Dhyanam, the Prime Minister steps out only once a day at sunrise. So I hear today he came out at about 5:30 in the morning, was seen going ahead and performing the Surya Namaskar and taking in the beautiful sight, the beautiful view that he has, and then went back in to continue his meditation. He's on a completely liquid diet, very similar really to the time of the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. During that 11-day Anushtan, now too the Prime Minister is only having coconut water and is on a complete liquid diet. Let's also bring in Gaurav Sawant on this broadcast. Gaurav, I've had the privilege of being here in beautiful Kanyakumari and taking in this side. There's so much really of history, of culture, of meaning and symbolism behind that memorial and why the Prime Minister has chosen it. He's clearly inspired by Swami Vivekananda. There's also, of course, the legend of Goddess Parvati having done her tapas there. So it's hugely symbolic.
This indeed is hugely symbolic, and as you very rightly pointed out, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is deeply inspired, and all along from his childhood has been deeply inspired by the teachings and philosophy of Swami Vivekananda. It's all about India's spiritual nationalism. Swami Vivekananda, his iconic speech at Chicago, at that Chicago conference, his conversations about India's ancient glory, our rich culture, our rich tradition, and our quest for nation building. That's something that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in fact, he's spoken about it multiple times in the past 10 years as Prime Minister, and even before as Chief Minister of Gujarat, is to take the youth forward. Remember that clarion call of Swami Vivekananda, arise, awake. The Prime Minister, through multiple of the schemes that have been launched in our country, whether it's Skill India or Fit India. Remember, Swami Vivekananda spoke of a very strong body, a very strong mind, a very strong soul. So body, mind and spirit need to be extremely strong. He spoke of muscles of iron and spirit of steel. Fit India movement is all about that. Selfless service to the nation. The Swami Vivekananda spoke of how India is the mother of religions at that Chicago conference. Prime Minister Narendra Modi repeatedly talks about India being the mother of democracy. So there is a lot that Prime Minister Narendra Modi wants to take forward, and each time the Prime Minister addresses youth of the country, he reminds them of the teachings and philosophy of Swami Vivekananda to make India a spiritually very strong nation.
Very, very true, Gaurav. It's, not just the symbolism of Swami Vivekananda. I think the Prime Minister is also sending across a message to the country about the great poet Tiruvalluvar. He is a renowned icon here in Tamil Nadu, known, of course, in Tamil literature for his Tirukural, his poems. So the Prime Minister, every single time he's come to Tamil Nadu, has also heaped praise on Tiruvalluvar. Let's continue getting you all of the images here from this particular location. I'm tracking all the latest that's happening here on the coast. You can see a lot of security detail also circling around this entire area. Choppers, boats, you name it, all of them continuing to circle the small piece of land to ensure that all necessary security steps are taken, because like I said, tourists now are being allowed onto that memorial, so they're just meters away from the Prime Minister. Of course, many of them have rushed there. I spoke to a lot of the locals who said, we're rushing there, hoping that we'll catch a glimpse of the Prime Minister, that he'll come out and wave to us, but highly unlikely, because the Prime Minister right now is in fact on that spiritual sojourn in his own world, sitting in a small meditation room, one of 6 actually inside the Dhyana Mandapam, where he's seated continuing his in fact meditation. And we understand there are very few people really inside right now there. The Prime Minister is all alone in that hall, but even nearby there are very, very few people around right now, and that's just his basic security detail who's being allowed in. It's extremely windy here in Kanyakumari, so I apologize for that. With the monsoon setting in, the weather's absolutely perfect. It's essentially, a picture perfect setting, and I do hope, I've said this through the course of my broadcast for the last 2 days, and I do hope the Prime Minister's visit kind of puts the focus on Kanyakumari and inspires many more people to visit, because this beautiful town has so much to offer in terms of weather, in terms of this beautiful, beautiful sight that you see behind me. It's got the Ghats converging here. It's also got the Tamrabharani River. So, so many sights to see in Kanyakumari. I hope the Prime Minister's visit kind of also puts a focus on that. Many of the locals also have been saying exactly that. But as we get to all the details of Prime Minister Modi's Dhyanam, as it continues right now behind me,